this whiskey one. Shit's hit the fan and we're overrun. Sending boys in the trucks with the 50 cals. Tell every swinging dick bring extra rounds. Hang in now, boys, we're on our way. Don't send them out of heaven before we get a taste. Whoa, cry havoc, let's slip the doors and room. What you gonna do? And happy Father's Day to you folks. I thought I was already in the studio here, but I wasn't, so that's why I came in late. We're live. Surprise. Welcome back to the Double S Podcast on Father's Day. We took a week off there. We had a bunch of stuff going on. During the summer months like this, when we're super busy, that's not going to be unheard of, that we just take a week, step away from the studio, and keep getting some stuff done. But you can usually count on, once the season wraps up, for a good, 5-6 months, we'll stay hot and heavy. Every week there, we'll keep her rolling. But how the heck is everybody doing? I hope, my prayer, my hope for all of you out there is that you've had a fantastic weekend. You've had a fantastic week. And that if you are amongst the fathers out there, that today has been awesome, man. A day to receive a little bit of thanks for being an outstanding father. I've said it many, many times. That's not a title that's just given. You have to earn that. I am a product of an individual that never earned the title of father to me. But then another man did step up and became a father to me and earned every bit of that. And that is, in my opinion, just one of the greatest gifts there. I can tell you it's been the greatest title I've ever been given is dad or pap or, pops, whatever they decide to call me that given day. My two kids, my daughter and my son, it's been number one, the whole reason for my existence, and during that time of my life, was there to be a positive role model to my kids, protect them, take care of them, help guide them, crack them on the booty when they needed it, when they got silly and stepped out of line with such, and to hopefully get them positioned so that they can be positive influences in their community and for the future. And we'll see. Right now it looks like they are, but we'll just sit back and keep watching them here and always be that judgy father when it comes to exactly the direction they're going out there. No, I joke, I kid, always to support even when I don't like what they're doing. As long as they're doing it themselves and working their ass off, that's what we're here for. And that's what I hope you guys have found as well for this day. Man, normally we try to spend a little bit of time, we talk about certain things, this and that, and I'll tell you, I feel kind of like a broken record out there, but do what you can, my friends, followers of the TPO, followers of Combat Recovery and Roman's Warrior Foundation, do what you can to slip to the side, dodge, weave out of the way of the negativity that's flowing around out there. Don't let somebody fool you that the negativity is truth and that I'm gonna expose the truth, or I'm gonna say the truth even if it hurts. That's a load of shit. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. There is positivity in this world, and we're given opportunities to engage things. You can find the positive in things, and you got to do that. Now, is there sometimes hard things out there? Well, of course there is. I'm preaching to the choir when it comes to that. But you know what? What we make of it's what we make of it. That's the other thing that we've learned, and what we choose to do with that. So I choose to find the positive outcomes on things and keep that positivity flowing out there. That's the thing. Does it mean everything's always perfect? Hell no. I got aches and pains. I'm not the brightest bulb in the Christmas box most of the time. I make really dumb choices a lot of times. But you know what? I got an amazing family. I got great friends. I've met some of the most amazing people along the way in this little journey here. And dude, I keep waking up, and the big man above God keeps giving me another day. And so how in the heck can it be wrong, man? Grass is green. Water's wet out there. The fish are biting somewhere. Life's good. That's how we're going to. So stay focused on that. That's my hope for you as well. Is don't let somebody fool you behind that things got to be negative to be truthful. Positivity's got a lot of good truth to it as well. All right, let's pay the bills. We're going to do it a little bit shorter version. You guys know the deal on this. Every episode of the Double S podcast brought to you by the Romans Warrior Foundation. Hashtag helping is healing. Without the Romans Warrior Foundation, I don't exist. I don't exist in this space. We are not here doing these things. Brian Romans, the Romans Warrior Foundation, the whole outfit there, gave us a platform. They continue to give us a platform. He's a mentor. He's a guy that I consider a brother of mine. He and his family love him to death. Truly, truly do love these folks. Because they're some of the best human beings I've come in contact with in 53 years of my life. And so, yeah, go check out Romans Warrior Foundation, man, if you want to see the cool things they're getting into. We're going to be out in the Midwest. I was just tracking with him over the weekend, making sure we're on. We're going to be at Lake of the Ozarks with the Global War on Terror Wall of Remembrance. It's going to be there. And then the weekend after, we're going to be up in Iowa at Cedar Rapids. We're going to be up there. So we're going to be on the road for a couple weeks straight. But this is we usually meet once or twice a year. He's out in Alabama. I'm out here in Colorado. And we usually try to meet somewhere in the middle of the U.S. out there for the wall. And to bring in that memorial. And you can bet, if I can figure it out, we'll be bringing the kayaks and we'll be trying to put on a field op of some kind when we're on scene there with the locals, man. Should be a lot of fun. So all you kayak anglers that are out there in the Midwest, we're going to be coming out to that neck of the woods. Let's set it up, dude. Stop on by. Let's chop it up. Come by, check out the wall, and let's spend some time together out there. It's going to be a good time. And we'll obviously be sharing more details the closer we get. That's all coming in September. September's going to be a batshit crazy month, man, through and through. And let's see here. What else? Of course, Heroes Media Group, Adam Bird. We love us some Adam Bird. The producer and founder of the Heroes Media Group. They gave us the platform, the network to run this. We are honored to be side by side with some of the best podcasts in the veteran service space that you can find out there. Resources galore, man. Go check out Heroes Media Group. Look at all the podcasts on there. Something every night, and there's a show sharing resources, having great interviews, amazing host. Dude, good stuff. Go check those guys out. And you will see there we are humbled to be included in that mix with them. What else do we have here? Of course, we've got the PBKS. We got that good stuff. That's all us. That's all self-serving inside. But another company I want to throw out there as well, just because this guy continues to just demonstrate what it is to be positive and awesome. And that's Mr. Dwayne Wally of Tourney X. You folks aren't privy to a lot of the conversations that we have with certain people. And I'm not going to share details of any of these conversations, but I will say this. I know good people when I come across them because, you can see people when their colors, are shown to you, especially through an adversity and rough times out there. And I'm telling you right now, Dwayne Wally's one of the great human beings there is out there. He truly is. We love you, Dwayne. Thoughts are always with you and your family, always. And we appreciate all the stuff you do for us to help us behind the scenes, dude. It does not go unseen. We appreciate you in a major way. So, all right, we're done. Now, speaking of good dudes, and we'll explain once I get him in the studio here how we met. We met through one of the OGs of the sport, man. And so the fact that we met through that. And now I've had a chance to fish with dude, fish against dude, hang out around a campfire, get his sick sense of humor that matches perfectly with mine. It's fantastic. We have a good time. And this is another one of those awesome people in the kayak community and just awesome people in general. Even if he didn't have a kayak, I think I'd like this guy. Right. And so that's always says something is like, yeah, even if you didn't fish, I'd probably still hang out with you, dude. I'd try to get you fishing. But let's go ahead and bring him in. He's hanging out in the green room. Mr. Jarin Keller of Keller Outdoors. What's up, homie?
Oh, not much.
Yeah?
What's going on, Gene?
Man, just out here causing trouble, ruffling feathers, hanging out, talking fishing. You, sir, have you gotten any fishing in this weekend?
I did get to go out today a little bit,
Nice.
but dealing with I got a new trailer, and so between Friday night and yesterday, I was dealing with some new to me trailer issues. So,
A trailer for the yak.
yes, sir.
So you're thinking of leaving the truck bed days and going to a full-on trailer now?
It prob Probably not all the time, but it's definitely easier on the back.
Right.
The back's been screaming a little bit, so gotta try and find an easier way so I can continue doing this for a long time.
Dude, I feel that in a major way. You know, the trailer we have is for the TPO and it's a big ass trailer. So it's not really the great solution for me. But, and if I told the wife I wanted to pick up a second trailer, she'd probably make me go sleep in the backyard for a few days. Um, because we just do not have any more room. I've got a 4 car garage, right? I got one of my bays is tandem, and she's got her tiny little Volvo SUV over in the third bay, crunched away here because I've got nothing but kayaks and trailers and fishing shit throughout other 3 bays. So yeah, there's no way she's gonna let me. But I feel you, dog, on that. The trailering, if it's a good trailer, yeah, that can save your back. That can make life nice and easy. Do you live around areas where trailering, launching via a trailer is legit? I mean, that you've got more option for that?
Absolutely. Here in eastern Nebraska, a lot of the lakes they've got public access. They've got public boat ramp. Uh, some of them are a little more shallow than others, but it's definitely viable. I launched a 21-foot bass boat for a while in all of them,
Oh,
so
sweet.
kayak should be doable.
That's right. You and I both, we come from the boat world before we got into this here. So yeah, you're no stranger to that. Hey, super shout out to Charles there from Veteran Crank sponsoring our next event here at Norton's. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you tuning in to us here. You guys got to check out. You're not going to be able to see the quality here, but these are some of those Karashi 80s, right? Got some of these. We're going to be giving these bad boys away at the next Norton event. Going to be raffling them off there, and actually we got enough base. We're going to be giving away at each one of the next one events through Charles there. So thanks for tuning in, buddy. Yeah, dude, that's the thing. You know, there's a lot that comes with it that people don't realize. And I'll be honest with you, I still kind of get a little shaky on it because it's like, dude, it's another axle. It's a pair of
Yep.
bearings. It's something else hauling down the road I got to be paying attention to. There is something simplistic to say about like the way you and I do it now is just throwing her in the bed of the truck, man, and going. And
Yep.
if you need to, pull over to the side of the road, take a nap, launch a kayak. I'll tell you that I-80 Roadrunner we did, what was it, last year or so? That was super nice, being able to just in and out of the bed of the truck and away we go. That was super easy. But yeah, like you said, the back, right? The body starts to get whooped after a
Yep.
while.
Yep. Even if I don't do it all the time, like I fish enough to where if I can take enough pressure off my back, I should be all right to do it every once in a while.
And you got the space to be able to store it, yeah?
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. So what you got to go through, get through the hubs, the bearings, the whole shebang, check out the bunks, the lights, all that good stuff.
Yep. I've already been through all of it, but I am just a backyard amateur mechanic, and so I must have not done something right.
Oh,
And so now I get to go. I guess yesterday I went back through the bearings, and then I think I've got stuff a little tight because they were a little warm on me today,
mm,
but it'll get dialed.
nice, nice. Yeah, dude. Well, best of luck with that. If you were closer, I'd come over and give you a hand with that. But yeah, you're like 7 hours, 8 hours away, something like that. Six,
It's
maybe 6.5.
I feel like it's like I guess I used to go to Colorado Springs, which was 9. So you're probably 8.
Yeah, I'm right in the metro area,
Yeah.
so I can easily jump 76, and I am Nebraska bound up there. So talk to me, dog. You let's start with the fishing side of it. The how we met. Mr. Marty Hughes making another connection out there. He hosts the
Yep.
Sportsman's Expo every year in Auburn. There was an event going on there. He invited me to the event. He invited me this year, and I desperately wanted to be there, but we had to be in town here to accept some funds that were being given to us. Um, and yeah, dude. So I was set up at a booth there, and you come by there, and we started shooting the breeze, and bang! Next thing you know, we're out fishing.
Yep. It was actually old Joe. Uh, I
Joe
I
let
know
you know about it.
yeah I know him from I guess when I first started like tournament fishing, and he happened to be there, and he was like, "Hey, you need to go talk to him."
Oh, very cool. So
And
Joe came by first, told you about us, and then you dropped in.
yep, yep,
Sweet. That is so cool, man. Yeah, Joe was going to join us here. He had to back out, had some family commitments that he had to take care of. But we're going to get up into that neck of the woods. I've made it a point. Next year, we are 100% going to bring the PBKS up to that Lincoln Omaha area. I'm probably going to be relying on you quite a bit and just picking your brain, dude, for some ideas for a good little venue in there. And then we'll try to wait and to see what the Sticks are doing and what Heartland's doing or whatever, so we don't interfere with schedules.
yep.
And that way we can come in there and just add to it, and we can all hang out. And we'll get Joe out there then for sure, man. We'll get a good time. Hey,
Awesome.
hey, you looks like your cousin here. If you need a hand, hit him up, right?
Yep,
Nice. Appreciate you tuning in, Tom. So now, have you always been in Nebraska? Are you a Nebraska native yourself?
yep. I'm a Nebraska native.
Nice.
I was born and raised.
So for
Uh,
somebody who's thinking they might want to move there, what's some advice? Don't. If you're from California, stay the out, or don't bring your bullshit here. That's our state motto.
I could see that being Colorado. No, we're
Dog.
it's a pretty good place. The the fishing, it like if you're coming up wanting to fish, eastern half of the state is uh, I guess the better half when it comes to bass fishing.
Yeah.
You get out west, and it's better for probably your walleye. Uh, and the people here, I guess it's hit or miss. It's definitely changed a lot from, I guess, growing up to now.
Yeah.
Everybody's way more standoffish, but you still have some good dudes. You still have people that if you're stuck on the side of the road, they'll stop, pull over, help you out.
Yep.
But yeah, here in the big cities, not quite as bad as Denver traffic, but you,
Now
there's still some.
you're in Lincoln or Omaha? Which one?
Uh, Lincoln.
Lincoln. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, the thing I've noticed that I still notice about Nebraska that I really do like is the little towns. I end up going to a lot of little towns. I don't go to the big cities very often. And so
Yep.
I've been around to small communities throughout the entire Midwest. Um, as far as Tennessee, right? You know, going and checking out those small communities. And the thing I always like about Nebraska is it is a very the small communities are very friendly. They're very welcoming. And man, when they see the work we're doing in there, they wrap their arms around us. They are there to help, and there to chip in and do what's what they can to help us out. I can tell you in McCook, a couple of years ago, we did a Father's Day event where we took an Air Force combat vet, his wife, and a couple kids, and we had a whole weekend with them there over Father's Day weekend at Red Willow. And dude, going into town, the little steakhouse in town took care of us. The hotel in town took care of us just because we didn't have the camping accoutrements for that many people, at the time. And so
Yep.
we put them up in a hotel there during that. And yeah, man, the town just they rolled it out. They rolled out the carpet there. And so I like that. I find myself drawn to the smaller communities, a lot more. And Nebraska seems to still have that. And yeah, dude, looking at some of those results you put up. Dog, these
Uh,
past couple events, going in there with a pair of 18s, or it was 3 18s, I think is what you threw up on the board there for the. Was it a 3 fish deal, or was it just tough fishing and you were only able to put three up?
uh, I guess which event was that? Was that the Thursday nighter?
I think so. Yeah, we had like
Yeah,
56, something like that.
yeah, yeah. So the Sticks does it's a working man series, is what a lot of the country calls it. Uh, on Thursday nights from 5 o'clock to sundown or something like that, and it is a
Nice.
three three fish limit. And I'll be honest, I got lucky. Like
Right. You make your own luck, dude. And you are the definition of a hard-working bass angler, dude. You put in the time, and those are good fish, man. You don't just luck into three of those fish like that. That's hard. That's just putting your shit together.
Yeah, this time of year, like I don't, if you can find the school this time of year, like it can be fun. It can be a lot of fun. And
Heck yeah.
that's what happened that night. For 20 minutes, the bass fishing was absolutely fantastic, cast after cast. Prior to that, nothing. After that, nothing. It was
Ghost town.
just a 20, maybe 30 minutes of good fishing.
You know, it reminds me of prom night. I'll tell you. Sorry. There. Hey, we got Jennifer Solberg in here talking Jarin Hammer. That's right. See, those other anglers out there. Jennifer's been
No,
around. She's an angler. She knows. Yup. See, that's what that humbleness that keeps you hungry, dog. That's what makes you dangerous out there. No, man,
it,
that was a hell of a deal that you put up.
yeah, it was. It gets done by somebody at that lake, probably once a year. Somebody comes in there and just absolutely hammers them. And this year it just happened to be me. Like
Was
I'm
it
very fortunate.
Were you catching them the fun way, the way you like to catch them type deal, or were you just needing to track them down? How'd you smack those guys in there? I mean, you don't have to tell me. You can tell me to pound rocks, but where
It,
were you? Where's your GSP, GPS points, and where's your waypoints? And
I'll share all those offline. Like
right. No, but
uh,
there's something to be
no,
said. You know, we talked about this at the PBKS event in Milford. There's something to be said when you catch fish the way you want to catch them, like
yep,
the fun way for you. Like for me, that's power fishing. If I'm
yep.
throwing a jig or throwing a crankbait or something moving around, I'm in seventh or topwater, of course. I'm in seventh heaven. When you got a lifting reel and throw your 8 pound test line just to catch fish, yeah, you're catching fish, but don't toot your horn too fast there, fairy wand. It's 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 not that's how you catch bluegill too, okay? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You ever catch a bluegill on a frog? I don't think so.
No, never a frog. It's crankbaits.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was
No, and
the were you able to hit them that way, the way you wanted to?
yeah, I kind of hit them like so. My style kind of shifts based on time of year. And knowing this area this time of year, looking for the schools, I've got a general idea of like 3 or 4 areas those schools like to move in on. And so I, as soon as that spot became available, because there are other anglers that started there, as soon as it became available, I kind of just scooted over there and just pretty much sat there the rest of the night.
Nice.
And yeah, it was kind of fun. Like,
So this was an evening. It was a Thursday night gig.
yep, yep,
Dude,
from about 5:30 to probably 9.
I haven't been fishing in the evening in so long. I just started thinking about that the other day. I'm like, when was the last time I was able to go out in the evening and actually fish? Good night. It's been forever.
Uh,
That's that,
It's
that's got to
it's
be
fun.
fun.
Yeah, it's a really good group of guys that go out there and do it. Just your hardworking everyday guys. They get off work at 4:30 and get out to the lake. We all pitch in. Like I think it's like $20, $5 for big bass, so it's not an expensive deal.
Right.
And at the end, first and second, take the money.
I love it. Yeah. See, we don't have that kind of setup or community really around here, especially around the kayak game. Just not here. Kayak game is kind of out here. It's weird. It's changed quite a bit over the last few years that I've seen, and unfortunately, it's just kind of gone to a just not as free flowing as it used to be. I guess that's the best way I can say it. It's a little bit more concentrated now. When you go out, it's got to be for this is why I go out, type deal.
Yep.
You don't catch as many like big groups just getting together and or just dudes, And who knows, maybe we're just not plugged in. Maybe I don't have friends, Jaron. That might be what it is too, is that I find myself so busy, people don't
Yep.
like me, whatever it is. Fuck them. That's what I say.
Well, it, it's probably how busy you are
that's
because
that's
you're a
that's
busy,
it.
busy man.
Yes, sir. We try to stay busy. And the funny thing is, it's not because I'm a glutton for punishment. It's because my body can still do it, and I know when you hit my age and you realize you have less in front of you than you do behind you, you use this stuff up every minute you can, because I know it's coming in a handful of years down the line here, where my body's going to be like, sorry, dog, not today. And that scares the bejesus out of me. So yeah, no, we're just going to stay busy, keep on mission, keep doing what we're doing. Speaking about on mission, this guy here, this dude, human being, we call him Jay, but his full name is Jared. And Jaron is a dude from Colorado here, and he's like, I told him Jarin Keller's on, and he goes, "Hey, another Jaron." I'm like, "Yeah, but he spells his, I'm not going to say what I told him how you spell yours compared to him, but I'm like, no one realizes who you are, Jay, until they see you. You know what I'm getting at, and he does
Yep.
too. And we laughed about that. We thought that was pretty funny, but I was like, yeah, buddy. So yeah, he was just out at Stanley Lake today here and braving the wind.
Awesome.
Took his little one out in his U10. They went out fishing. She almost had herself something on her little Barbie pole, man. It came close. She was reeling her back and just about got herself into something. Been
Heck
funny if she'd
yeah.
have smacked a walleye out there chasing her bait back. That would have been awesome.
Fun.
Well, well, cool, man. Talk to me real quick. We've talked about it briefly in the past here, but you are a United States Army vet.
Yes,
When
sir.
when did you serve? What the heck did you do when you were in there?
Uh, I got in it was January 11th, 2011. And then I was in as a Cav Scout. I was in for almost 6 years. Did two enlistments, one down in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, right there
Ooh.
close to Kentucky Lake, Lake Barkley. And then my last 2.5, 3 years, whatever it was spent up there in Colorado Springs.
Oh, no kidding. Carson?
Yep,
Nice. Nice. Good stuff. Awesome, dude. And I'm sorry I didn't get it. What did you do when you're in?
I was a cavalry scout.
Oh, dang. Nice. Back in the old days, you'd have had a horse.
Yep, yep. And instead, one unit, I had my dogs walk around on my feet all the time, and then the next unit, I was in a Bradley.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep, yep. That was a break. It was nice.
Right? Right? Didn't have to ride the feet down, so wear the boots out.
Yep. When we paused, we could lower that back hatch, pull out the grill. There were a lot of guys that were sitting there grilling steaks or hot dogs or whatever else out in the field.
Wow. Good stuff. Dude, Kentucky, brother, that's some serious humidity down there too. I mean,
Yep.
they don't joke around with it. Those summers down there are for real. That stuff gets
Yeah,
muggy. Did you get a chance when you were in down there? Did you get a chance to fish Kentucky Barkley?
I did.
Yeah.
I had when I got to the unit, like I was during it was during in processing. I had some random guy that I met, and I don't know whether I was wearing a fishing shirt or he was, or we got talking about fishing somehow, and he took me out to Ginger Bay.
Nice.
Uh, he said it was my bay,
I was gonna say
and
ironic, huh? Nice.
but yeah, I met a couple other people. Specialist White was another one that he took me out to Paris Landing, and we used to bank fish Paris Landing at night under the lights, and that was a pretty fun time.
Very cool. Paris is where we were going to be launching. We were trying to get the All American down there to Kentucky, and yeah,
Okay.
was going to be our landing that we were going to run down there a few years back. So that you said something there, dude. That we were talking about this at the last event. One of the things we talk about at the TPO and with the PBKS is rebuild community, right? Because when you're in service, you don't know, you don't need to know somebody to freaking know them. You know what I mean? You guys, you're in the shit, right? You're there. You're doing a job. And so it's easy to break bread, and introductions usually aren't that tricky, right? It's just like, how the fuck are you, type deal, and bang,
Yeah.
it's a go. Now, civilian life here in out here, that's not the case, right? I mean, and so unfortunately, what a lot of you guys and what all of us miss out on is that community. Fishing is one of those common ground things that we can. I mean, I can't tell you the number of conversations I've had in the middle of Shields or Bass Pro Shop or Cabela's, walking through the tackle aisle, and just a conversation sparks up with another dude that's looking at baits or whatever, and we just start chatting. We don't know names, we're just talking fishing. And that is something we tried to set out and do with the PBKS is utilize, because now if you add another layer of the kayak side, shoot, dude, how I met Andy Moore, I believe it was in Okoboji, just at a ramp. He come kayaking in. I was already up and I was buttoning up some straps and such. He comes in there and we just start shooting the shit. Next thing you know, I feel like I've known the guy for 20 years. We're hanging out. Next thing you know, he's supporting the TPO on a major level, man, giving us a hell of a boost here. And that's just from a little bit of, kayak fishing and chatting, dude. And that's how important has the fishing side of things. Now, I'm guessing here, Jarin, that it's probably been a part of your life as a Nebraskan. I mean, the outdoors is a part of life out there, right? Hunting,
Yep.
fishing,
Yep.
that's just part of Nebraska. Not so much in the areas like where I'm at now, which used to be that way, but are basically, kind of dominated by the big city now is what we are. But not the case out there. So talk to me real quick about number one, your experience with fishing, how it evolved into this obsession that we now have of tournament fishing and such, and how important it's been since leaving service for you. Just talk to me a little bit about that, kind of your experience with that.
So growing up, like my grandpa, he was a huge fisherman. Like he would anything every under the sun. Like I remember it was a big old carp that we had a Polaroid of on the fridge. If that dates me
I
and dates
love
him.
that, dude. I
Uh,
love that.
but yeah, having like he was huge into the outdoors. He between him and my stepdad at the time, we got me into hunting, and then I really started fishing about the time he retired and moved to Kansas is when I started really getting into it. So at like 17, 18, as soon as I got maybe even a little earlier, as soon as I got a vehicle, I couldn't leave town, but I was hitting all the little ponds behind the Goodyear Tire Center, and there's a Holmes Lake in Lincoln. And then when I got a little bit older, me and a couple buddies, we would take their kayak out, or not kayak, canoe, and we'd go drifting for catfish at night. Just being young, and so then when I got out of the service, that same buddy, he's part of blue collar bass masters. Uh,
Ah,
a boat club here in southeastern Nebraska. They kind of dispersed now, but he got me into that. Got me into the back of a boat, catching fish, and I decided I wanted to be a boater. Found out how expensive that was
good Lord.
super quick. Uh,
Yeah, the learning curve doesn't take long, does it?
yep, yep. First, I think it was within the first year, I'd bent the spindle on my trailer.
Oh,
Uh, the next year, I blew a lower unit on down there on Wilson. Uh, Next year, I put a hole in the fiberglass, loading it in big waves. Uh, just
remind me to never let you
like
borrow my boat.
no, no. Uh, I've I've gotten everything fixed, but
Right.
anything that can happen will happen. And with
Break
a
out
boat,
another thousand. Yeah. I
it
mean,
is
that's
way
what
more
boat
expensive.
stands for. So
Yep.
you still have your boat as well, along with having the kayak.
Yeah, the poor thing just sits. I
Nice.
need to get new batteries and actually get it out running.
Nice. Nice. Bass boat, or is it like a deep V?
It's a bass boat. It's a
Nice.
21-foot Stratus
Oh,
with like
very
a
cool.
225 Evinrude on the back.
Got the old
So,
Evinrude. Nice.
so she moves.
Heck yeah, she do. Stratus, those are good boats, man. They ride nice.
Yep, it does. It
I
absolutely does.
I had the misfortune of riding in a 17-foot Stratus on Mille Lacs Lake during a state championship.
Ooh,
That was not fun, I will say. And I was inventing cuss words for my boater in that one because I had to actually help homeboy when it came to how to handle 4 and 5 foot waves that you run into at Mille Lacs there, and the poor guy, after about the second spearing, and me feeling like I was being waterboarded by, Dick Cheney himself, right there in this boat. I'm like, dude, I reach over and I smack his trim and I jack the damn nose up in the air. I'm like, stop trimming down. You got to get this trim up to get the nose up in the air.
yeah.
But yeah, that's my Stratus adventure. But I do remember the bigger ones. Those are nice riding. So.
Yeah, it's done well. I've only really speared one wave
I'm
up in South Dakota.
I mean, we all do it sooner or later, right? This
Yeah,
dude was looking like he was trying to because he didn't understand the trim, on
yeah,
exactly how he should be trimming to get that bow to rise so that we could ride through them, especially in a little boat
yep.
like a 17-footer, dude. She's not meant for that kind of water.
No,
So, and Jen says here, yes, Andy is not
yes, he
just,
is.
yeah, not just good people, maybe the ambassador of good people out there. We love Andy to death. He's a phenomenal, phenomenal human being.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
a
You know,
quick story about Andy, real
yeah.
quick.
No,
Uh,
good. Go for it.
so we're fishing this super little lake with upper 20 people on it. The lake was just very, very, very pressured, and Andy was sitting on one spot all day long, and it was a spot where previous trips I'd caught fish there, and I kept making my circles, and finally with about 30 minutes left, I was making another circle, and he welcomed me in. He's like, "Hey man, seen you coming by a few times. Come on in. You can fish next to me." And so for the last 30 minutes, 45 minutes, we sat there. He had caught a couple fish. I was skunked, but we just sat there bullshitting for the last little bit.
Love it.
And so I think it's absolutely awesome how even in tournament mode,
Yep.
he welcomed me in, said, "Hey, come fish next to me for a little bit, dude." And it's freaking awesome.
Brother, this is what we talked about this around the lantern at camp. We didn't have a campfire because we're not allowed to have fires, but we talked about this at camp in Milford, and that is when you are so hell bent in competition mode that you forget about the human connection that's taking place. I really feel, I'm sorry, and I don't mean to upset or insult anybody out there that gets that way, but you are robbing yourself, and wisdom will teach you that you're doing it wrong. Okay, you're wasting an opportunity that you are being given to be so very thankful. And so now, and I get it, guys talk about trust me, dude, I've spent 20 years of my life teaching kids how to compete, at some of the highest level that they will ever reach, which is high school sports, right? I mean, I was a paid coach for over half of my career in coaching. I know what competition looks like, right? And I'm sorry, a state championship run for a high school football team carries 10 times the pressure that the best Bassmaster kayak event can try to hoist up there. That's
Yep.
just a fact, okay? The amount what you have to go through as a high school. So I get competition. I'm a former goaltender. You're not going to find more competitive people than goalies in hockey, man. I mean, we are stat machines. So I totally understand that. And you know why also? Because I used to be there. I used to get in that mode in tournament when I was kayak fishing. I'd get so narrowed in, right? Um, and what I realized as I got older and started doing through this is that was robbing me of the experience. Guys like Andy, guys like Marty, guys like you, human beings that I come across with that show me that, dude, don't get so. I mean, yeah, I'm here to take you money. I want to do it with a grin, but I'm not going to do it at the cost of being a douchebag and just not saying a word to each other. When I have literally been in Colorado competitions with people that I have known for 4 or 5 years, 30 feet from them in a kayak, and they won't even look at you. They're so tunnel vision and focused on trying to get the job done. Oh, you goofball. You're losing opportunities to truly just take in what it is that we should be thankful for. I love the guys like you, like Andy, like those guys out there that can, and other people that I've come in contact with, and there are a couple still here in Colorado that are on that understand that, yeah, we can compete hard, dude, but it's also, you're my friend, and
Yep.
hey, how the hell are you? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me one bit about Andy inviting you in like that, dude. And I've tried to model myself these days after those guys, right? I try to learn from those that show me the way,
Yep.
right? To like, hey, I'm never going to be that, that crunchy. Now, if it's somebody I don't know, I might not be as inviting. Like, hey, dog, how about you lead me to the point here? But I'm still going to say hey, and hey, would you fuck off a little bit? But I'm not going to be
Yep.
a jerk about it, right? And that's what I've run into guys like that on the national side, and I feel sorry for them because they're missing out on something that's really cool with what we have, and that is the human connection.
And I will say that that is something that I myself do struggle with.
Yep.
I am a ultra competitive person, like to the max. And I know earlier this year, thought I was getting way too into it, way too competitive, putting too much pressure. But then I kind of knew that I was doing something wrong, and then I came down to your event and got my mind back right. Was being around some good people, and
Fuck yeah.
since then, like like I said, it's totally changed my season. Trying to get people out camping. Hopefully this next weekend, camp around some good people, and just bringing back that community.
Dude, I love that. That is so awesome to hear, man. Yeah, you were a rock for me at this last event down there in Milford. That was good to have you there to help with information, helping us get the event done there and gone through. As I was kind of flying solo for that one, so I was leaning on you guys quite a bit, and you were my rock in that whole thing to help me get through it, man. To make sure that we got everything where it was at, and luckily we had a real easy group of folks that were
Yeah.
cool about it. So Milford, she was a little stingy to us, a little.
Yes,
Um,
she was.
I think if we would have had like a little bit more time and been more in like we're gonna get up around the butt crack of dawn and get on
Yep.
this and really got serious about it, I think we could have found a few more fish. But uh oh, there it is. Lights out. Hit the rack. But yeah, I think with a little bit more time, and if we were a little bit more in mode, we could have found a few more in there. But we still had a good time. Those folks got some fish, and yeah,
Yep.
the little awards there. I can tell you this: when we come back, which we absolutely are going to go back to Milford again. There's no doubt in my mind. We are going to be connecting in with the Army Corps and using those campgrounds, those awesome ass group set up, pavilions that they have over there. Their campgrounds are beautiful, dude. They truly are. They are well maintained. Um, and they're right down on the pretty decent area down there. We can always run up if we want to launch elsewhere, but
Yep.
yeah, I like the idea of tying in with the Army Corps for the next run. That's going to be I'm excited about that. That will definitely be on the schedule for next year because um, we're watching that real close. Where we get support, what communities want us, and like I said, I want to get up into Lincoln, Omaha area there, and let's drop something up there and let's have a good time for a weekend up there.
I'll say come on out to the Omaha lakes, and that 88, 90 inches is nothing. There's
Bro.
some guys putting up some really good limits right now.
Well, and hopefully we'll have a new batch of folks that we've given the bug to. I've got a Marine vet that we're bringing with us, combat vet we're bringing with us for this Norton event coming up next weekend. Going to miss you there, but it sounds like you got plans. Like you said, you're putting together. You got your own thing going out there with some buddies and getting some camping going. So hell yeah, keep that rolling. But yeah, we're going to be going into Norton. And we got right now, I think we're sitting on about 10 folks total that we're going to be rolling in there with. So it's already a good time. Hopefully, we get a few more people signing up towards the end here. But yeah, we actually still have camping spots too. If anybody's watching, I got a couple tent spots available that are bought and paid for. So if you want to join us, hit me up. Let me know. We'd love to have you out there at Norton this next weekend for the PBKS. So that's cool. Let's get back to this. You got a chance to unplug for a little bit with us, hang out with us for a weekend. No pressure, shoot the breeze, throw some
Yep.
prizes around, and it kind of it changed the deal. And then next thing you know, you won the Thursday night thing after our event, didn't you?
No,
It was
no, it
before.
was. I guess it was after. It was what, week and a half ago now.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
yeah. And how's your season looking with? Because what's the main series that you're fishing right now? Is it two? Is it still two or is it
I'm
one?
still attempting to fish too. We'll see what gas prices do and how that all turns out. But I'm still trying to fish too. The With the sticks, I'm I had a issue and I did identifier their first tournament, and that would have put me in like seventh to eighth place for that tournament. And then I think I'm sticking, I guess, and then they've done one more on the I-80 lakes, and I was like high top 10, like 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I don't know. I'm not putting any pressure on myself for AOI. I'm just out there having fun, man.
I love it, dude.
Like catching fish. I don't. If I catch those big ones and win them, awesome. But as long as I'm out there catching fish, having fun, cracking jokes as I go strolling by somebody, like
So, what was it? I don't know if you remember it. So, last year when I rolled at Elwood and I donated, I'm not even gonna put a dollar amount of what I actually donated with those 10 rod and
yep,
reel, setups and my foot pedal. But I roll the thing and I'm coming out of the water, and as I'm walking back up, you said something. Oh, that's what it was. It was about the showers. You said, you do know we have showers back at camp, right? You don't need to jump in the lake. And I about busted a gut, man. I'm like, oh, these some bitch got jokes.
yep,
Because, dude, I was sogged, right? Because I was shit. It was a 30-minute swim with my kayak to get it to shore. I was a little bit
yep,
off from the bank, right?
yep. I'm glad you laughed at that one because I'm
Oh
sure
hell
you
yeah.
were not in the greatest mood.
I got to be honest with you, dude. I actually that did not. It didn't tear me up. It just didn't. I was just so damn thankful that I had the gear I had and that I was able to salvage what I was able to salvage. I was okay, right? And at the end of the day, equipment can be replaced. We got insurance, right? I mean, if I really wanted to, I could have claimed all that on the insurance. I didn't, but I could. So that was the least thing. And I'll be honest, between the Dustin and Jennifer Muse, Marty, you, every one of the Nebraska anglers, when I was coming out and people could see that clearly I was soaked head to toe, and the concern they all had, dude, are you okay? Marty's like, I've got some extra rods if you need them, brother. What do you need? That dude, and then your joke that you hit me with on the way through there, I'm like, that's so, dude, these are my people. This is the area I need to be in, because I'm not gonna bullshit you. There was maybe within eyesight, very close eyesight, I could tell the color of t-shirts and the barbecue stains on their fat stupid shirts. Pair of walleye guys in a little John boat watched me roll,
Yep.
watched me swim my kayak to shore. Never once offered, "Hey, dude, are you okay? Do you need a hand?" Not once. But as I'm on shore, three boats that went by, and every kayak angler that saw me up on the shore there out in the middle of the damn lake was like, "Brother, are you all right? Do you need a hand? Can we help?" I'm like, "Thank you all. No, I'm good. I'm just gonna drain everything out here on the shore and get her done." So no, dude, that was your humor like that. I was like, yeah, I this dude, we're definitely maybe related because that was a good one. Yeah, dude, Elwood's tough, right? Elwood being
Yeah.
one ramp.
Yep. And
That's
steep.
yeah, it's not an
Like
easy ramp either. So if you go west, what's your favorite lake when you go west? Like if you go west of Kearney, what's your favorite place to fish over there? Is it I-80? Is it that string? Is it Red Willow? What is it?
I have very limited experience out there. Uh, like very, very, very limited. I've been on one of those lakes once, the Larry Strunk, and we did terrible. And then I fished the I-80s for the first time ever this year.
Oh wow.
So I don't know them that well.
And is
Like
that a product just because you have such good water in the Lincoln Omaha area? There's no reason to run out to the desert to go fish.
so so if I'm going to travel, because some of those lakes are 2.5, 3, 4 hours away, right? If I'm going to go travel 4 hours to go to a lake, I'm either going east to Iowa or I'm going south to Kansas. Like
Makes total sense.
they go out there and struggle to catch two fish or go down, I guess, either one of those two states or even Missouri. Go to one of those three states and catch a ton of small fish and maybe a big fish or two.
Dude, you and I both have a favorite lake. It's probably your favoriteest lake. I love it up there every time we get a chance. Okoboji. Freaking love that
Absolutely.
place. One of the most
Absolutely.
Have you ever done the canal run?
Yep.
Did
Yep.
you
With all the
see?
little gnomes.
Yes, the gnome villages.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever
Yep.
parent or group of parents did this deserves a statue. Because can you imagine, dude, taking a little kid down through a kayak down through that, and just the imagination of seeing these little gnome
Yep.
villages randomly put right in the middle of the woods, dude. It doesn't look like it doesn't belong. These little
Yep.
village, I mean, it's amazing. It's beautiful in there, and the fish. There's some pretty good sized fish to be had at
Dude,
Okoboji too.
there's some giants. I've never been able to figure out the true bigs, but there are some absolute giants in there, and it's a puzzle that I keep wanting to go back and try and put it together.
I was going to say that I would love to go just spend 3 days or so and try to unravel it. No pressure, right? Just
Yep.
go there. Just go there. We
Good.
should we should figure this out, dude. Let's figure out a chance where I'll come through there, connect in with you, and we'll run up to Boji, man, and just go try to spend like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday fishing that thing or whatever, and see what the hell we can figure out. That'd
Let's
be
go.
awesome. And summertime really isn't a bad time to be up there, right? I mean, you start getting into some
There,
of those northern lakes. I mean, it's wreck. You're going to deal with a lot of wreck
the
traffic, but
Yeah, that's the one horror story I've always heard. I've always fished it either in the spring before Memorial Day or in the fall, like after Labor Day,
yeah.
just because all the tournaments, especially kayak stuff, is almost scared of all the wreck boats and the accidents that could happen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, maybe this fall we'll look at the fall, see what the hell we can find around there. But yeah, dude, that's it's a fun place up there at Boji. Well, good stuff, man. So talk to me about Keller Outdoors. What was your motivation behind starting that up? You're on Facebook there. Matter of fact, look at me being a moron not setting this up. Let me get this up here. But talk to me about Keller Outdoors. What was the motivation behind that? And when did that get started?
That got started, I think, or they're in 2020-ish is when I really got started in that boredom. Uh, and so I don't know, I just started posting my adventures. It's kind of morphed. I don't know, my focus has gone more fishing, where it used to be a lot of different stuff, whether it's camping or hunting or fishing. It's kind of morphed into more fishing content, and just me, I I guess showing off the fish is, but yeah, I have no idea where it's going to go. Uh,
Sure.
it I know it makes me feel like I'm just trying to show off, like
Nah.
sometimes, and like that's not who I am. Like
I was gonna
I'm
I
not the
was
guy
gonna
that needs the
say
nicest truck or the biggest bass or the nothing like that.
I was
Like
gonna say anybody who knows you, brother, knows that that's not the case. That's not you.
it just, yeah, I don't know. I'd like to continue learning more about this fat bass fishing stuff, and eventually maybe start teaching some of my knowledge. But I don't think I'm quite there yet to really be sharing a whole lot, because my little bit that I do feel like I'm an expert in, it's what I'm still using to do well in tournaments. And so I feel like if I give away all the juice, then no juice left
That's right. It's my juice box, damn it.
for now. But as I continue to grow and change as an angler, like it, I'll share some stuff, maybe share some lakes, but yeah, let's take it one weekend at a time.
Dude, your wisdom is the most value. You've been around this sport for a long time. Your experience, your growth, the interaction, how you conduct yourself, passing that information on, that's the hard stuff for the new people to understand when they're coming in. Um, from etiquette to just relax a little bit, dude. You know, this is just fishing. Okay. Don't
Yep.
get too caught up in your own head about this. You know, we're at the end of the day, we're fishing here, dude. um, you know, we're okay. You know, and just enjoy the moment. Just be thankful for what we have, and that's the message you know that you definitely pass out there, man. And so yeah, you've got a lot more to offer there in that regard, I think, than what you realize. Because it's I've learned a ton from just watching you out there, and that's the cool thing is just sharing the adventures, right? We talked
Yep.
about if we can show our brothers and sisters that you don't need to be a bajillionaire to get out and do this, okay? There's
Yep.
cheaper ways to do this. One of the
Yep.
best ways is join forces with somebody, split cost. Dude, especially if you got a guy that's got a trailer or whatever, and you can throw both of your yaks on the trailer and get rolling down the road, split the gas. That starts to be really easy. Splitting hotels, campsites, whatever it is. That starts to make life super easy. And it doesn't hurt to live in a cool spot like you, where you guys got how many lakes do you guys think you have around that are like legit badass lakes around your area? I mean, it's
Uh,
one.
there's probably four in the Omaha metro alone, where somebody, yeah, one, two, three, four, yeah, four in the Omaha metro area alone that somebody could conceivably. This is best day, right? You
Yeah.
could go out and you could catch 100 inches,
Ooh, goodness.
uh, and but then around Lincoln, heck, even this morning when I went out, I put up 88 inches in 3 hours. So we probably have, probably close to 6, 7, 8 lakes where you could
Like
conceivably hit
serious
that
lakes.
that 90 inches plus. Like,
And then probably have another handful of lakes that are just good little fishing lakes, you know,
yep,
to go, you know, and work out the kinks, right?
yep,
Yeah, dude.
yep. There's a lot of variety. Like, you could, if you want to go flip timber, you can go flip timber. There's a lake you can go flip timber at. If you want to go hit rock piles, there's a couple lakes where you can go hit rock piles.
Now, is it mainly largies out there? Or do you have a few lakes with some smallies in there too?
It's 99% largemouth.
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
there's one or two lakes they've stocked smallmouths in up in Omaha. I know one of them isn't filling up, or it leaked all the water out. I think there's another one up there somewhere. but
Right.
I don't. I guess I've never been up to them.
Dude, so you're the exact same distance that Manhattan is for us here. The difference is not 70. Take 76 out, grab 80 up there, and just run straight down. And it's like 7 hours
Yep.
to get to the Lincoln area. So yeah, we are faux show coming there next year. We're gonna get this on there, and I'll talk with you, talk with Joe, talk with Marty, and just kind of see what we can come up with, and hopefully the the Nebraska area schedule comes out early, and so or at least they get their an idea, and I'll start bouncing dates off of them early as well, just to make sure that they're cool with when we're coming, because I don't want to walk over anybody else's schedule. But yeah, man, that when so you guys freeze over up there, right? You guys get
Yep.
ice up there. What
Yep.
is a solid fishing season in your neck of the woods?
Uh, so for me, I guess I start in Nebraska around somewhere in March. It normally gets to be just warm enough for me to take the chance
Yep.
and do some fishing. And then normally around mid-November is kind of when I stop. I may go out once or twice, I guess throughout the winter. It depends on weather. Uh, it's been really warm. Like last year, we had, I guess, ice was late, but we only had maybe a month of ice, not
Nice.
even probably.
Now, you an
And
ice
so,
fisherman at all?
no, you won't
Me,
catch me on that.
me neither. I'm with you, dog. Speaking
No,
about
I'm,
Andy, Andy's that ice guy. He will get out and do that kind of crazy stuff. Not this
yep.
dude. Hey, Sean Van Oy tuning in with us here saying howdy. What's up, Sean? Appreciate you tuning in, man.
Do you, do you remember me telling you that whatever can go wrong will go wrong for me?
You don't want
I'm
that in
staying.
ice fishing.
No, I'll stay off that ice.
We will together wear fuzzy bunny slippers, drink hot cocoa, and do map study when the ice is on the water there.
Yep.
The power of the internet will allow us to do that right here.
Yep. Or I'll head south. There's a power plant lake down in Kansas. It is about a 4 hour run for me. But if I really get the itch and weather's good down there, I'll make a 4 hour run and go fish for a weekend.
Hell yeah. I was talking to Stony about that. He's got one that he hits there, and yeah, that's what, like 60-degree water year round. I'm like,
Uh,
bro.
is he out of he's out of like Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, somewhere in there, isn't he?
So, one of the suburbs of Kansas City on the south
I
end.
I bet you we're talking about the same lake.
Yeah, I am too.
Like,
Yep, I think so. Yeah, he's yeah, one of the little towns that's just south of Kansas City is where he's at. He works right up in
yeah.
Kansas City.
Okay.
So, yeah, yeah.
There, there's a winter event for you.
Right? Right? No, I need a few months to recoup gear, and we had a bad deal just take place. We had a combat recovery event that we went and did at a private lake here, and went out and got the person out in the kayak, went to calibrate the motor, and nothing. No response coming out of the throttle body, and it's on a NK 180. This is the first motor I ever bought in kayak fishing, so it's like four and a
Yep.
half, 5 years old. She's done her work. There's no doubt about it. And when I moved over to the bow mount, I just put it into the TPO kayaks and let one of our
Yep.
kayaks run off of that. And yeah, dude, she stopped. So I did all the troubleshooting I could. I could see I got power all the way to the throttle control. So I went to Newport, ordered a new throttle control. $150 later, the new one shows up. It's just sitting there blinking at me, and everything I can read online tells me that it's basically if it can't talk to the motor, it won't calibrate, out of
Yep.
startup mode. So something in the motor itself has given up the ghost. And so I'm going to pen together a real touchy feely email, send it over to Newport, see if there's something they'd be willing to do, because the TPO does not have the budget to afford to buy another motor. So that means I've got one of my kayaks here that's just basically a 12 and a half foot barge. That we're going to have to tow behind us
Yep.
for these events. And we've worked really hard in 4 years to get all four motorized boats, right?
Yep.
And a lot of it has come at the benefit of me upgrading my personal stuff and then taking my old stuff and donating it in. But still, we've worked pretty hard to get there, and so we want to make sure we have those four motorized boats so we can cover water and people get the cool experience of driving those NK 180s because that is a ton of fun to buzz around. But yeah, man, we use the November, December kind of actually December, January, February. We use that to recoup, clean stuff up, and try to make sure we got our gear packed and ready to go come March. But New Mexico, that is some smallmouth and some fun fishing down there. That's beautiful country. It really is. I don't know if it's worth your drive to come all the way over there. You could drive here,
It,
jump in the pickup with me, and then we'll go. Throw
it's,
your yak.
I was looking at doing that event, and I guess I don't have my sheet in front of me, but it was a long ways of travel. Like
It
it
is.
would have been a trek.
No, the way we should do it, dude, if you ever get serious about wanting to come down to one of those events, is literally come here. I'm right in the North Metro, so 7 hours away. We put your kayak on our trailer, and then we ride the rest of the way down with us, man. That would save you a ton of miles, save you, you could sleep where you want to because I'll be fresh and ready to drive the 7, it takes us to get down there because
Yeah,
yeah, that's a long ass day to run it.
uh,
But
1,300 miles is what it would have.
yeah,
So that's a trek for 2 days.
isn't it?
Like,
Yeah. No, you want to be spending some time. Well, cool, man. Listen, I can't thank you enough for cutting out some time here on a Sunday night on Father's Day to hang out with us here and shoot the breeze, talk fishing. I'm excited to work with you more, dude, and get out there and fish with you. And you've definitely got my interest to head towards that direction because that's not that bad of a run. Number one for me personally, just to make the run, I could get there easily in a day. Um, Leave in the morning. I'm there early afternoon. Spend a couple days there and come home on Sunday. That's an easy run. Yeah, I'd like to jump in with you and do some fishing out there. That would be. I'd like a shot at some of those. What do we have here? Hey, Jaron, we're enjoying hearing about your love of fishing. Love it. You got the family out here in support, buddy. I love this. I'm seeing a
yep.
lot of Kellers in here. Awesome stuff. And that's we talk about this all the time, dude. Your number one support system, family. Dude, family and friends that get behind you and support your passion like this. This is a big deal. So, one last thing I don't think we talked about. When did you so you were in the boat, Theo. You were
Yep.
competing there. You were like, "Good Lord," like the rest of us, you found out, "Good Lord, that's expensive." When did you jump in the kayak game?
I learned about the kayak game. I've been following a little bit on Facebook, but I did casting for the cause, or casting for a cause,
Hell yeah.
uh, out of a boat 4 years ago. I bet you it was 4 years ago, and great group of guys, and kind of I guess jumped in head first that the next year.
And speaking of this, am I reading this right? You've currently got something going on here. So let's see if we can put the power
Yep.
of our followers behind this. I am going to do something here. Let's share. Give me a window. Let's do that one. Wabam. And we're going to throw this up. Casting for a Cause Pledge Drive Showdown. Two casters, one mission. You decide. We got James Leggett against Jarin Keller here. The veteran with passion. Tell me you're using AI without telling me you're using AI. My goodness. My goodness. All right. So we've got a 50. Talk to me about this. What do we got going here? 50-mile march.
Yep.
You're doing some fundraising. What's the skinny here?
So I had to go look them up myself before I put myself into raising money for them. But so they are a group out of Omaha, Nebraska. They do a 50-mile march where I guess when I first saw it and first heard about it, I was in good shape. I thought about doing it, but then I thought about 50 miles. But
Right?
these awesome individuals, they do a march or a hike, rough. It's 50 miles, so roughly from Lincoln to Omaha. I don't remember exactly where the starting point and end point is, but what that organization, like the 50-mile march, is them raising money and raising awareness. What that group does is they do work with a lot of homeless and mentally ill veterans. They have housing at their facility. They bring the veterans in. They help them out with some mental health, everything like that. Try and get them back on their feet. And so yeah, we're just trying to help get them money, get them funds so that they can continue their mission of helping veterans there in the Omaha area and getting them back out into society and just as individuals that are going to help society.
Yeah, yeah. Contributing back. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Rebuild community, remove isolation, restore mission and purpose. Love it. How does someone, so if, let's say a guy wants to throw 10 bucks in the hat, how do we go about doing that?
So I did put up a link tonight. Yeah, it was tonight on Keller Outdoors. I can also send a link over to you for if you wanted to share it somewhere. But there is a link to the pledge drive. Uh, you can donate any amount. You want to donate $1, freaking awesome. That's $1 more that they have. Uh, you can donate in any amount. You can donate by inches. So that would put the pressure on me a little bit to catch some fish. Uh, so if you wanted to donate $1 an inch, and I go out there and I skunk, yeah, that's $0. But if I go out there and I have the day of a lifetime, catch 100 inches, which is possible up there, then it would be $100 donation.
I love it. So what I'm doing here real fast, outdoors, support Keller Outdoors in their fundraising for vet support. And I'm going to put the link right here. This is going out to 7 different channels right now that Heroes Media Group and Double S Podcast is on. We are throwing this out so that, oh, which one? PBKS and Eric heard, wait a moment. Oh, it maybe thought I was spamming. So, anyway, we'll post it out there as well. We'll get it on the PBKS and we'll get it on the Double S podcast. We'll get that link out there, folks. Jump over to Keller Outdoors and you can read his post on this. Here's where you can go. Go to @Keller Outdoors 101. Read his post about this, the casting for a cause. We've got the 50-mile march, and he's also got the fishing side of things. That's basically a couple different ways you can pledge your support for this, bro. Is this something you do like yearly? Do you get involved in this every year?
Uh, I've always fished it, but I've only just fished it.
Okay.
Where I guess our entry fee, there's a portion of that that goes towards I guess the cause, whatever the cause is. They've done Ronald McDonald. They did they missed a year, and last year was something about cancer.
Okay.
And then this year is the 100-mile or the 50-mile march.
And that's the 50-mile march and the fishing event is all on July 11th.
I honestly don't know when the 50-mile march is.
Okay.
Uh, I'd have to go look that one up.
And unfortunately, 11th, I'm going to be in California. We have a bucket list destination run. We're getting a chance to get out with an active duty tech sergeant in the Air Force. We're going to go fishing with him at Clear Lake. He was formerly from Colorado. He's deployed out there now in Cali, and so we're going to rendezvous with him there and spend a weekend with him and fish at Clear Lake. So bucket list. I won't be in town for that, but I want to connect in with you guys on this March and the benefit tournament for next season, man. I'd love to get involved and see if we can help raise raise some funds and be a part of that solution for that local community there. That would be fantastic, dude. I love that. I actually like the idea of a challenge of the 50-mile march. I think I would be dead for 3 weeks after, but I like that idea.
Yeah.
Again, I got the body to do it now, right? It can still handle it. I know that's not going to be the same way maybe in the next 10 years. So,
I do know that they do have a admission process. You do
cool.
have to go uh, earlier in the year
Yeah.
and go through their tests, and they verify that, hey, this person is going to make it. They're not going to break down halfway through and sue us.
Right.
Like, because 50 miles is no joke.
No, it's not. That's a ruck, man. That's a ruck. Good stuff. All right, brother. Well, listen, I'm excited about this. Folks, go check out Keller Outdoors and go through the poster. You're going to love the content, sharing a lot of cool adventures and some cool work that he's got going with Cast for a Cause, the 50 mile. Check out that stuff there. Follow along. Bro, I am so damn thankful I got a chance to meet you, to hang out with you, and I'm looking forward to the future doing more stuff, man, where we get a chance to that 7 hours doesn't spook me one iota. I can, you know me, man.
Yep.
I'm born for the road, so 7 is nothing. I leave at 5, 6 in the morning. That means I'm there for a late lunch with you, and we can get settled in and go see if we can smash 100 inches on one of those lakes there and
I,
flex on Brady and the group a little bit, show them that we got what it takes.
I'll say that I can't do that 100 inches. That 100 inches is a best day out of your entire life, but
I've
my
never hit it. I've never hit it. So yeah, let's go do it, bro.
I,
Fuck it.
low 90s, low 90s is doable.
Yeah, I think my best day ever has been the high 80s. I've never cracked 90. Just because I've never lived in areas where that was, something that was going to be
Yep.
real possible. Now, I may have cracked over 90 in the boat, but we went on weight, right? So I don't know.
Yep.
I've
Yep.
had I've had an 18-pound bag. I've had a 19-pound bag. So there's a good chance, but
You're you're 90 inches. That's going to be 18-inch fish. 18-inch fish is roughly roundabout a 3 pounder. So 90 inches, about 15 pounds, give or take, depending
gotcha.
on how fat they are.
Yep. Yeah, that's been around there, but yeah, that's never out of a kayak. So challenge accepted. We got work to do, dog.
Come on out, let's do it.
Hell yeah. All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you, man. You go enjoy your rest of the weekend here and get ready for next week and get. I can't wait to see some of the pictures and stuff from what you and the boys get out and go do next weekend, and we'll share pictures from the two events. Hopefully, Norton treats us right and it doesn't get stingy on us.
I I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so. My only experience is pretty stingy. So
it's kind of hit and miss. For the guys out here, they look forward to it because Norton can be pretty awesome compared to what we see. But there are days, man, where you just go and now you're going to be struggling driving the struggle bus for a little bit out there.
yep.
So cool, man. All right, buddy. Well, you take care. We appreciate you. Hang around here till after I roll everything out here, and then I'll tie up with you after if we're off air.
All righty. Thank you for having me on, sir.
Hell yeah, buddy. Anytime. Folks, tune in next Sunday. We'll have a full recap of the PBKS event at Norton. We'll be back in the studio long before it's showtime. So we'll be here. We'll go over we'll share some pictures and such. Going to be some awesome stories coming from that. And hopefully we got some good stuff to report on Norton. That is the PBKS, the Patriot Borderland Kayak Series event number 3. We've done this in conjunction with the Colorado Kayak Bassmasters. We're hoping we see some of those anglers actually sign up and come out and fish with us, man. We'd really, really like to. This is the one Colorado event we were trying to tie in. I know it's in Kansas, But trying to do Colorado waters, number one, on a weekend, just forget it. That's not going to happen this time of year. So we were going to a place that was close that we know the Colorado anglers enjoy. And so we were trying to grab. So hopefully this one works out. And then we'll be talking about the next PBCast. We got, after this one, we got two more to go. One is going to be a super special one. And then we're going to close the year out big time, closing the year out at Ute Reservoir in New Mexico, where we started it. That group down there has been chomping at the bit. They can't wait for us to come down. We got some folks that are going to delay their hunting maneuvers so they can join in second weekend in October down at Ute Reservoir. It could just be that fall bite could be starting to go. It could just be batshit crazy down there and super, super fun. Those folks down there know exactly how to get together and have a good time. So tune in with us. You know the routine out there. Tight lines, be safe, take care of each other, and God bless.